Hey everyone, Token Dave over here. Dorky token black guy who's just trying to get by. I have finally saw the whole season of Jack Ryan on Amazon Prime, so let's get right to it. CIA analyst Jack Ryan has detected frequent activity of large sums being transferred into an account he believes that is connected to a terror cell run by Suleiman, a terrorist that the CIA has yet to confirm if they exist or not. Ryan goes behind the back of his new boss, James Greer, and submits his analysis. Greer is initially infuriated with Ryan, but discovers that his analysis is accurate, and now Ryan and Greer are in a cat and mouse game to discover and stop Suleiman's plans. This is the most anticipated show for me all year, and if you've watched my first reaction, you saw that. And basically from my first attack, my feelings are still the same, mixed. So what I'm going to do is separate the pros and the cons of this series and then give my thoughts on how well they adapted the characters from the novels and the original movie franchise. So, what are the good parts about this show? Very well written. You are interested, you are engaged, you are never bored, which is great. Espionage shows can get a little dialogue heavy with jargon. They kept it short, simple, and engaging. Excellent. Awesome character development. With everything that's going on with, people immigrating or seeking refuge in Europe, you see basically all the social issues and the hardships that these people go through. And it is well thought out, well executed, and you see the racial prejudice as well as basically everyone's assumptions. Excellent. The characters that stand out the most to me, in my own opinion, are Hannah, Suleiman's wife, played by Diana Sharabi, and Tony, played by Nouman Akar. Both of these characters steal the show for me, in my opinion. I was more engaged with them, and especially with Diana Sharabi, I look forward to seeing her in anything else, and I know Nouman Akar is going to be in a new Spider-Man movie in the MCU, and he's supposed to be in the live-action Aladdin movie, so I'm keeping my eye out for these two performers, big time. Another thing that is great is that you are interested in what happens, and, if you are, let's just say you're someone that likes espionage shows, you're going to really enjoy yourself. So what are the cons? There's a filler portion that is really unnecessary. Thankfully, it doesn't last long, but it was not needed. Also, Suleiman's plan was predictable. You could easily see where they were going with this. How it was executed was creative, but you could see where they were going. So those are my biggest beefs. But the biggest beef that I have is this series is so good, you could have swapped out the Jack Ryan characters and put anyone else inside. Because basically, one thing that this series did is they banked on the Jack Ryan name, which was not necessary. Which goes into how the characters were adapted into the show. You could tell that the writers and the series creators did their research because they got the background of Ryan and his characteristics down to a T. And John Krasinski, I hope I pronounced his name correctly, was excellent as Jack Ryan. I have to reevaluate what my Jack Ryan lists are performers, but he is up there. Sadly, the one thing that detracted me was how he got injured in the helicopter crash. They did not need to go that route. James Greer, the character, was a disappointment to me. Nothing against Wendell Pierce. He portrayed his role excellent in this. It's just the changes of the character kind of drew away from, the larger-than-life importance he had in the novels and in the movies. James Greer was the head of a section of the CIA. He was basically the deputy director of intelligence. Great character, great prestige, and if I may say so, this is one of the first times that I saw a race change in the character, because in the novel, James Greer is Caucasian. In the movies and in this series, he is black. So, great change. I accept this change fairly well. One change that I don't accept is they made him a little too young in this, and they made him Muslim. They didn't necessarily need to make him a Muslim in this. I felt that basically the race change enough was good. Now you just added on something a little too much, and it looked like they were pushing something which didn't really need to be pushed. But other than that, though, Wendell Pierce, oh my God, the depth of everything that James Greer was going through in this, though, I have to give Wendell Pierce credit for pulling off this performance fairly well, while not liking how they adapted this character from the novels or the movies. Still an interesting character. Catherine Mueller, she's okay in this. Now, I don't have as much negative to say about her as the characterization of James Greer. They changed her to a doctor of infectious diseases compared to an eye doctor, which is a good change, actually. It makes her pedigree a little bit higher. And she has instant chemistry with John Krasinski. My only beef is, she asked for a casual relationship with Jack, and then when she discovers that Jack is working for the CIA, she's upset with him that he lied to her. It's like, lady, you asked for a casual relationship, and you find out that this guy's in the CIA, and now you're mad at him? Maybe I just don't understand women, which is apparent for the past couple of months. So, all in all, I really feel that the characters, the way they were mostly adapted, they could have done a better job with making them a little closer to the source material. So, I personally feel that this is a great show, but they didn't really have to add the Jack Ryan characters or mythos within this. You could have swapped it out with a new character and it still would have been awesome. So, if you're a fan of the Jack Ryan novels or the original franchise movies, I gotta say that this series is these characters were not needed, or the names of these characters were not needed. But if you're looking for an awesome espionage show with action and suspense and doesn't wear out its welcome and well written and intelligent, this series is slamming. Alright? Well, season is slamming because there's another season coming out later. Agree? Disagree? Please drop me a comment below, give me a like, follow me on Facebook at Token Dave or on Twitter at Token Dave 80, subscribe, and ring that bell. Well, until then, it's been Token Dave, Token Black Guy who's just trying to get by. Catch all of y'all later.